morning. This is the Songbird Homemade Cooking. So it's about 5, it's after 5 a.m. here in Massachusetts. So a couple of hours ago, I had my celery, my onions, and my green bell pepper that had already been chopped up from someone chopped it up for me. And just now, what I did was I incorporated the green pepper, the green bell pepper, the onion, and the celery that I cooked and with 1 stick of butter in my saute pan until they were all translucent. And at that time, I had some Park sausage. I used half of a roll of my Park sausage, crumbled up. You can see little pieces of it. I also had some Indian cornmeal, which I did not cook into cornbread. I just distributed about a cup of that in with my breadcrumbs. As you can see here, while it was still dry, incorporated those 2 things, dry ingredients, before I also added the mixture of the butter, green pepper, and onion and celery. Then I added my gizzards, you know, the bag that comes in the turkey. I had boiled that with some Bell's seasoning for like maybe 4 hours. I had that boiling on low to get the real full flavor. Had someone chop that up for me into little pieces. You can probably see a little bit of that in there also. Here's some. And then I mixed that in with the juice that it was boiling in. Not the first juice I always pour off. After 15 minutes of boiling my meat, I always pour off the first juice because I don't like to eat cooked blood. I also took my turkey and I put it in around maybe I'd say about 2 hours ago on 250 degrees. And I just had someone help me to pour off the juice, the first juice, because it was just blood. The blood that's coming out of the meat. I don't want that in my, you know, when I put my dressing around the turkey, I just really don't want that mixed in with my broth. So I poured off that blood, and I'm waiting for it now to be just right so that I can stuff it. After, of course, I'm going to take, you can see this is really thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for that turkey to make lots of broth. I like my broth to come straight from the turkey itself. Lots and lots of broth it makes, especially when you keep it covered the full time that it's cooking. So with all that broth, which is going to be a lot more than 2 or 3 cups of broth from the turkey, I'm going to pour it into here, into this stuffing mix, which you can see right now. It's really thick. It's really thick right now. But once I get that, but it's moist from the little bit of the gizzard juice. See the green peppers, bell peppers, everything, celery. So once I get that turkey juice in here, it'll be part 2 of making our homemade dressing, stuffing, whatever you want to call it. I think stuffing is thicker than dressing, but it still tastes just as good, the same almost. Once I get that turkey juice, and I can pour it in here, and then I can stuff my turkey and around the turkey. So this is part 1, and the pie that I made last night came out wonderfully scrumptious. I'll show you that in a minute. Peace, love, and light.